welcome back to my channel. Today I have a July message for all of the Pisces out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Pisces out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. As you can see, Pisces, we are in a new, different setup today, so I ask that you please be a little bit patient as we make some changes here in my home. So without further ado, Pisces, let's go ahead and dive right into your July message. So Pisces, we are starting out with time to go. Career. Okay, looks like some of you are going to be walking away from that good old career. And spirituality. Okay. This is actually quite interesting, Pisces. I feel that a lot of you have really been growing in your career, but you also feel like you're at a standstill. It almost feels like you're not able to grow any further where you currently are. And some of you have really been feeling the need or the desire to actually leave wherever you are. Maybe start with a new company, maybe start your own business. Some of you have really been feeling that this is something you've been needing to do for quite some time. And a lot of you might actually be afraid to make this significant shift or change. When you have time to go, it reduces down to a 9, which is all about completion and endings of a specific cycle. So I want to point out that if you have been feeling the call to leave your current role or leave your current job and maybe work for someone else or change, careers, you're really needing to make that choice. I feel that wherever you currently are, you feel stuck. You feel like you can't move any further. And I want to just let you know that it isn't going to change because you are at the end of a cycle here. I feel intuitively here with the spirituality is that I feel there's a part of you deep down inside that knows this to be true. You're just really afraid that you might make a wrong choice. It's almost like the fear has sort of set in on, well, what if it's a bad choice? What if it's a bad decision? What if I, make this decision and then things just start falling apart for me? I think you need to trust your gut and your instincts here, Pisces. You are the most intuitive and psychic zodiac sign out there. So really trust your instincts. Your instincts are never going to lead you astray here. So let's dive into the tarot, shall we? We have the 7 of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is what it's saying. I feel that because you feel very stuck in the current situation that you're in with your career or your job or your role or your business, wherever it is, you sort of feel like you're being attacked all the time. You're not happy with this current job, and it's ultimately making you feel it's like you're losing the joy, you're losing the excitement and the anticipation when you're in this specific role. And when you're not in love with it, when you're no longer in it for the joy, right? And if you constantly feel like people are trying to attack you all the time, then this is something that you're needing to just walk away from. Like, I honestly feel that this is something you ultimately need to walk away from. This 7 of Wands really speaks about standing in your power and being willing to stand up for yourself, even your greatest heart's desires, even recognizing the fears of leaving a job or starting something fresh and new, right? I think it's important that you recognize that when you can fully recognize that you have power and you harness that and you start really focusing in on the things that you enjoy and the things that you love, you end up really, they start opening up a little bit more for you here, right? So I see that here with the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Understand that if you've currently been experiencing in your current role or in your current career stagnancy, right? Like you feel like you've been stagnant, or you feel like nothing's exciting anymore. You don't enjoy it. It's almost like a dread or a pain to get out of bed every morning. Then ultimately, what you experience in that role is going to reflect that same type of emotion. When you are in love with what you do and you have a lot of joy and excitement and anticipation, then that's when you start experiencing all of the great moments and memories and all the ahas. And this is where the success comes in. I really think for you, Pisces, especially for a few of you here, what it's really wanting you to understand is that you're needing to walk away from corporate America and really utilize your gifts and your talents when it comes to your spirituality. Maybe some of you might be called to start, spreading the word of God, or maybe some of you might be called to joining, a convent or whatever it is. I just feel like whatever your role is, whatever your job is, it is not fulfilling you. It isn't, you're doing it for all of the wrong reasons. It's providing you with probably resources. It's probably providing you with money, but it isn't something that you're passionate about. It isn't something that you love and that you enjoy and that you feel that you're being appreciated in. And so this is the reason why you're needing to walk away from it. You're needing to let it go, because you're not being recognized for who you truly are, right? It's almost like people are ultimately sort of trying to shield you or hide you from the limelight, so that you're not able to see how successful you potentially could be on your own. And you're really needing to evaluate, how far do you want to go in your career, right? So like for some of you, if this is really about, maybe some of you are lawyers, right? And you want to become partner in the firm, but you feel like you're constantly being blocked every single time that happens. You need to ask yourself, is it really worth all of the time and energy that you've already put in? Do you think it's worth it for you to stay in a firm that isn't willing to recognize your success or recognize your efforts and work and provide you with being a partner, right? So you're needing to evaluate how much more are you going to put into something when you know it ultimately isn't going to give you what you are wanting. So understand that when it comes to your career and when it comes to, you being ultimately happy and satisfied, you have to put you first here. You have to really ask yourself, okay, what have I particularly envisioned for myself career-wise? And is it attainable? Is it practical? Is it something that I can truly see myself in? And it's you really, making sure that you believe that you can have the things that you want to have and give it to yourself. Reach for it. I clearly see that here with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, you've got the Knight of Cups twice here. And what that's truly saying is that you have an opportunity to be presented with something. And for some of you, you might be presented with an opportunity this month, an opportunity for growth and expansion in a new career, in a new position, maybe starting a new business. And what you're needing to really do is jump on the opportunity. Really take inventory here of, is it something that would ultimately make you happy? Is it something that you would help you understand yourself better? Or is this the clarity that you have been seeking? I think for some of you, literally hearing this message is ultimately going to be the clarity. You're going to have that aha moment where you're going to be like, yes, this is exactly what I've needed. You're needing to really, when it comes to your career, you're needing to choose something that will ultimately help you grow and expand and be more creative, in a sense that it helps you become more in love with what you do. Okay. Because I think a lot of times some of us really, we lack a lot of the joy and the happiness when it comes to our career. And you're needing that. You're needing to feel bright and, almost like in the sunshine when it comes to the things that you ultimately do in your career. And yeah, I think for some of you here, Pisces, this is really about you taking the time out of your day to really evaluate what it is what you want your career to look like. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you still see yourself at the same company, not having grown? Like, those are the kinds of questions that you really need to evaluate for yourself here, Pisces, because ultimately, if you want to grow and you want to expand and you want to, be CEO one day, you have to make certain choices and decisions that will help you expand to that in that new role. Because I feel like where you currently are right now, you've reached the limit. You now have to move past that. You have to break through that barrier or that limitation or that belief that you can't have something better or you can't have something more. So you have to break free from that and really evaluate, okay, how much am I willing to put effort into continuing to do this and not be rewarded, right? Like, if you're putting in all of this hard work and effort and you're not being rewarded for all of that, then this is where you're needing to sit back and say, why am I still here? Really do that deep soul searching within yourself and that introspection and ask yourself, what am I getting out of this? What is the benefit of me staying here if they aren't recognizing me or they're not, appreciating all of the effort and work that I've put in? So Pisces, this is your message this month. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.